And so I am looking forward to this one. On the front row, we've got Kostecki and Mostert. Then alongside on the second row, Feeney and Davison. This is a huge chance for Brodie and for Chaz to deliver some promise on what we saw from earlier today. Off they go from the line. Check out the run from Feeney down the inside. He shoves it up into second. Mostert's got the whole shot though as they go down into turn one. And have a look at Waters trying to wind his way round the outside, back in the pack ever so slightly. But Chaz has brained him into one.
Kostecki bogged it off the line. He jumped okay, but it bogged down, and Mostert was able to drive straight by him. Red Bull car down the inside. Feeney almost got that move, mate. I thought they were going to make contact with Kostecki into turn two. So Kostecki just couldn't make the thing walk off the line.
The value of clean air apparent when you look at Mostert already just negotiating through this left-hander at turn 7. He skipped away to the best part of 3/4 of a second from the field as they wind their way down. And you can guarantee that in that mid-pack and beyond at the moment, it's elbows up and out and into each other. Forward trying to forge a way through there on the inside. That's David Reynolds in the Tradie Energy entry to the hairpin now with some shadows. Clean, tight line here for Mostert. Kostecki under pressure from Feeney, who blasted off the line. And Brodie was lucky to survive that attack down there at turn 1. Followed then by Brown, who's made good ground. Have a check out this situation as they start throwing rocks coming out of 11. So have a go at that. And it was Heimgartner that got the tardy exit there.
And the championship leader, Cam Waters, has gone back a few spots. So he got caught out. Randall's come up 3, but Cam has lost a couple of spots. 2 abreast now coming onto the start-finish straight. And a wild opening lap in the midfield.
Talked about energy at the start of the race. There's plenty of it unfolding out there at the moment. And they know that this is the moment to capitalise. If you can try and put a move together now, it makes a huge difference.
Scafey, one guy with a keen eye on this battle is Richie Stanaway's engineering team down here at Premier Hire Racing, because Ludo Lacroix actually takes a bit of a back seat when it comes to the races, and that lets Andrew Gilliam, who's the man who's alongside him in the bunker right now, take more of a role in this team of managing Richie Stanaway's race strategy. This gives Ludo the chance to watch over both James Golding's car, who's doing a little bit worse for wear in this one as well, as they get this made right now with Richie Stanaway, so they'll be pretty happy about that. So that is a good opportunity for Ludo to just stand back and just also coach Andrew Gilliam a bit more.
And Richie just moved himself into the top 10 now, moving up into 9th position strongly. He's got a bit of fresh air in front of him, which he can probably use to capitalise with here as well.
So Anton again looking very strong. This is a good move there. He was able to put a move there on Randall. He's got genuine pace, and that balance of that car is far better than any of the others that are in that mad pack in behind Will Brown. So what you'll find now is that Anton will do the run here through 2, 3, 4 across the curb. Probably have a look at whether he can get a move made on the way down the hill into 5. There's the spot right there, and he does. Nicely done, well orchestrated. He set that up. He had to get himself sorted there. He had to flow the car through there nicely, and he was able to get that done. Thomas Randall slides his way by Will Brown also. This other angry pack of 5 or 6 cars in behind, they'll all grab Will too in a second.
Yeah, so drops a couple of spots easily. It just happens so fast when the pack just monsters you. Jack LeBrock, 13th position. And so they're having to react here to do something. Red Bull preparing down there, Red Bull Ampol Racing preparing down here to try and deal with the problem, because the problem's really exaggerated now, and he's going to drop another couple of spots because Waters is going to get him, and in fact Heimgartner's going to play into this as well. 3 wide as they make their run down the back. So Brown really battling here at the moment. 3 cars into the braking area at turn 12, and Heimgartner down the inside done. Brown loses more spots. It's Waters in between. LeBrock's going to grab him as well. Are they going to peel him off? They are. They bring him in. They've had enough.
Now, he's in the same circumstance as Mostert, because Mostert has dumped heaps of time in the last couple of laps. 0.7 of a second to a second. Kostecki's come back at him. So Mostert's tyres have dropped off a cliff, and so have Will Brown's.
And Kostecki is swamping Chaz Mostert, whose tyres have clearly seen their best.
Have a look the lap times. So his fastest lap is a 28.63. The last lap was a 31.6. So 3 seconds slower.
Here we go. Here we go. Down the inside, forces the issue at turn 5, and Kostecki to the lead. You could sense it coming, and he just demanded that he was going through there. Make way.
It's a strange angle.
That's an awkward angle, terrible angle.
What happened there? Was there anything behind?
I'm not sure. It might have been other
tyres out.
Yeah.
Tyres out. Yeah.
So we're going to have to merge behind this one. Go.
They've moved that cone. See how that cone was a drama before? That cone's been pushed down further.
I was surprised when I saw it earlier. It was super awkward. Thomas Randall departs. About a third of the field have taken their compulsory stop. Brody Kostecki's our leader already with a 1 second margin over Mostert. There it is, that's what it looks like.
So what do you do here with Kostecki and Mostert? Do you put the white flag up and come in and do the undercut? Or, because you know you've still got 20 laps remaining. So the problem is, the drama you've got going right now, it's going to reoccur.
Well, at the wrong end of proceedings, when the chocolates are handed out after 37 laps. All right, so just under our feet, we've got our leaders are now in. So that answers your question, Mark. They're living for the now. They're dealing with it. This will be critical. Mostert's sweating on the back. Kostecki peels off into his bay.
They're in very close proximity.
It's an awkward angle for Mostert. That's an awkward angle.
It's going to be awkward for Kostecki to get back out too, I think. So it's getting close there to McDonald, and they've got him.
Yeah. There was a car length in it when they came in. There's a car length in it when they come out.
Nice
and
job.
Unfortunately, just because of the congestion and the angle of the arrival, because of the other wheels and tyres out there, that made that right front change very awkward. You could see whomever was on that right front, Garth, were really pinched. I talked about pushing hard. Just watch this very carefully. So have a look at Brody there. You see the Scando flick coming into the pit lane. So watch.
Whoa!
Bang, pushing hard into the wall. That's right next to the commentary box. So he pushed it that hard that he's ended up putting scuffs down the side of it. We're on board with him now. Let's ride and listen. How's the slide? Check it out. Hey, she's dodging cars in New Zealand.
That is... But that just shows you. So Mostert now down the inside. Mostert has just emerged. He's lobbed at the turn 4 and fired himself down the inside. So he must have got a run off the turn 2, turn 3 curb and has fired down the inside. Watch this. So a little bit of curb through 3, has a slide that goes bang, straight down the inside. That's as forceful as I've seen Mostert for a long time.
Had a bit of authority about it, and he was crossed up on the way in. Meantime, Matt Payne's come in out of what was the inherited lead. There's something metallic was floating after the contact as well, so have a look at that. Di Pasquale, Team 18 DeWalt. They've got a problem on the left front. The last thing you need in a sprint race like this.
Hold on back on.
Oh, you can't put the old one back on.
That would be horrendous.
Okay, so you go in your drop, straight
He's
to the
gone.
fast lane.
Balance of that car, it'll be a dog for the next 17 laps. We're not seeing any evidence of it at the moment, but when you hit the tyres that hard, there's always the possibility of some steering damage and a change to the toe on the front of the car, but whatever he's done to it, it might be working at the moment. So he's putting a bit of reverse pressure back on Mostert now. Return of serve, whack, whack, I'm here.
Yeah, I think he might have been fortunate that it slid itself into the tyres.
Here we go.
Here we go, and he's done the exact same pass.
Did he run off?
Oh, he's off the road! And now Mostert back down the inside of 5. This is great stuff. Oh, and he's put him into the paddock on the way out of 5.
These guys are duking it out.
This is
These are heavyweights slugging it corner to corner at the moment. You serve me, I'll serve you back. Elbows up, and this is hardcore pressure racing with 15 to go, and this will reignite when they get back together again at some point. It was going to be something that he had to pay a price for. That's the margin first to second that you can quite clearly see here, but it's up for grabs for P2, 3, 4 here at the moment. And of that group of cars that we're looking at the moment, and Brodie just runs super wide. Will Davison's actually the quickest if he can find the gap. He's got good pace in that car at the moment.
He has.
And he's a sage player when it comes to tyre life.
But what he's got to do now is just craft this pass. So try in the middle of this corner to come off the throttle, turn it late, come off the corner as straight as possible, and get the run on the Ampol car. So the Red Bull Ampol Racing Camaro, is over, isn't it?
Exit speed out of turn 11 was impressive. He's going to get this done before they even end up with their feet on the brake pedal. Across the two of them, so down the inside, done. Beautiful work.
There's the Kiwis in the crowd there. Yeah. They're elated.
No doubt, because that's a very fine performance. Got to be the junk on the road down there as well. Further back, the action continues. Dick Pasquale and Stanaway locking horns down there awkwardly. Here's the replay and looking at it from the vantage point of Anton Di Pasquale now. Richie was all crossed up before all this started to get ugly, and then they locked, punted Richie into the weeds, and on they go.
Gee, Stanaway now is back in 21st, Neil. So 2 tyres on the rear, that doesn't work.
Gamble, that one. Wood on screen here in position number 9. We go back now and find his teammate. We've got less than half a lap remaining. So what a battle he had earlier in this race with Brodie Kostecki. And what a turnaround from that earlier race in the day. And he needs it. Didn't totally go his way in Melbourne. It certainly didn't go his way earlier on in the day, but he's now enjoying a 7.1 second margin over Will Davison. Brodie Kostecki with a fast-charging Matt Payne at the end, and that might still end up being a change for the podium. There in the lead group, the back a shot there as well. He had a tough year in 2024 at this venue, Chaz Mostert, and as he rounds it out of turn 14 for the final time, he's turned it around for the second race in New Zealand in 2025, and Chaz Mostert gets the job done at Taupō. Points for him both in terms of the victory and the fastest lap. And happy boys and girls down there at the Mobil 1 Optus Racing team at WAU. Chaz Mostert taking a victory this afternoon, and a nice turnaround for him. And when you stop and consider where he dropped into the picture in the last one, which was 13th in the race earlier in the day, that was handy. Sam Scafidis, his engineer, on screen there.
And what a nice result for him. A great fight back and a great performance. 6.5 seconds up the road.
And had to work for it. How was the stuff that was going on in the first portion of the race when he and Brodie were absolutely hand-to-hand in combat. But he came home with a chunk in hand over Will Davis and Brodie Kostecki. Nice work for the Shell V-Power Racing team and Jet Couriers. Matt Payne, valiant performance at the end, had a slight offset with the tyres, and he played that out to his advantage. Brock Feeney hung on for valuable points in position number 5 from Randall, Brown, Heimgartner, Wood, Allen. Nice recovery for Brown when you consider that he was drowning with that first set of tyres early on.
And then just outside the top 10, we've got Jack LeBron.